Welcome back to BrainFLoTv, y'all. Y'all already know if the topic is hot, we on it. This is BrainFLoTv / Hot Topics TV. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, family, and help us to continue to grow. YNW Melly's defense attorney is now under investigation for alleged witness tampering. I'm going to be real with y'all before I even go any further. YNW Melly got some down-ass lawyers. His attorneys seem like the type of people who would do anything to win. And when you are up against the death penalty, you need attorneys who will do almost anything for you to win. I'm saying, whether we believe he is guilty or not, his attorneys are doing what attorneys are supposed to do. It's a dirty job sometimes, but somebody's got to do it. For instance, when a person is guilty and we can clearly see they're guilty, but they can afford a good attorney to get them off, especially in the case of innocent people being murdered, that's a bad thing. But when an innocent person is being railroaded to prison for something they did not do, you also need a good attorney, and when a good attorney can get them off, that's a good thing. Let's get into the details of why YNW Melly's attorney and which one of his attorneys are under investigation now for witness tampering and what it means to his case going further. So, one of YNW Melly's defense attorneys, none other than Raven Liberty, the only woman, is now being investigated for allegations of witness tampering as the rapper is currently awaiting a retrial. YNW Melly, whose real name is Jamel Demons, he attended a hearing on Monday, and his attorney Liberty was not present because of a flight delay due to weather conditions, according to NBC Miami News. She had went somewhere, she couldn't get back in time, bad weather, flights jacked up. Now, although Liberty has not been charged yet, the rapper's defense team said that they need to speak to him. This is his own lawyers telling the judge, we need to sit and talk with Melly. We need to speak to him to find out if he wants to keep Miss Liberty on his defense team or if he wants to let her go. The investigation, as it is right now, could actually delay YNW Melly's case. This man been in prison about 6 years. I say prison, he in jail. But at this point, you might as well say he up the road. He's been in there about 6 years. I don't think he wants any more delays. Or maybe they're just delaying the inevitable. You know, that verdict that says guilty, and then you are going to do life without parole or face the death penalty. Ah, shit. So the closer they get to that, is the more they start coming up with new things to delay that process. And now that his attorney, Miss Liberty, is being investigated for witness tampering. But don't forget, YNW Melly is been charged with witness tampering. And according to the prosecution, they have proof. YNW Bartlett, YNW Melly's co-D in this case, is also being charged with witness tampering. And that is exactly also the reason why his bond was revoked and he was placed back in lockup. His attorneys said that he hasn't seen Miss Liberty in person for over a year now. Is she under investigation? That's the question. Or is this just talk? The answer is yes. Broward County Judge Martin Feen said she is under investigation. The only other question Mr. Demons has to decide, does he want to go forward with her or does he want a conflict-free counsel, which he is certainly entitled to? That sounds like trouble to me. When you hear the judge start talking about you want to go forward with her or you want a conflict-free counsel, oh man, I think it's in his best interest at this point to probably let her go. Honestly, I didn't understand her role anyways. I think she was sitting there like a babysitter. She was sitting there like Melly needed a friend. He needed somebody to keep him on track, kind of thing. And, of course, to give his case that female feel to it. Because if it was just him being up there for murdering two guys, being defended by a bunch of guys, you know, it kind of looks away. Anyhow, as was reported, YNW Melly is currently incarcerated at the Broward County Jail in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He has been detained since February 19th, or February of 2019, rather, on double murder charges. The rapper is being accused of killing his childhood friends, Chris Thomas and Anthony Williams, aka YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser, during a 2018 recording session and staging it to appear to look like a drive-by shooting, according to the prosecution. Recently, they went up for bail for YNW Melly, bail based on the conditions of which he has been housed in. The judge said a few days ago that the prosecution has abundantly made their case and the assumption of guilt is too great. Too much evidence there, and the assumption of guilt is valid and it's too great. In layman's terms, that means as a judge, I've seen a lot, enough to say you're guilty. So you're going to have to stay around, fight it out in court, and show me you're not. But as far as what I've seen, I'm not granting you no bail because I think you're guilty based on what the prosecution has presented so far. Now, after his first trial ended as a mistrial in 2023, another date was scheduled for September. In November of 2023, YNW Melly filed a lawsuit accusing Broward Sheriff Office of cruel treatment behind bars and asked a Florida judge for his release. This is when they said, hey man, he's locked in. He has nobody to talk to. He's losing his mind in there. These are conditions that will break any human being. It was once said that there was a guard that was placed on YNW Melly 24/7. Guards would change shifts, and the guards were instructed not to speak to him, just to be there. The lawsuit cited that YNW Melly was being detained under conditions that violated his 1st, 5th, 6th, 8th, and 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution. It also noted that YNW Melly has not been able to see or speak to his family in years. His mama did a press conference, and his brother did too. And they let him know that they're fighting for him, and they're going to get him out and get him home. I don't know. They were highly anticipating him getting bail. YNW Melly's attorney, Michael Pizzi Jr., said that he hasn't been able to see his client without glass separating them, nor show him documents in private. It's heartbreaking. Some days, I don't know if he's alive in there, he said. This is what the rapper's mother, Jamie King, said. I don't know if something's happened to my son in there. I have no communication whatsoever. The last time I heard my son's voice on the phone was in 2022. He was sad, but he was okay. Now, I don't know. I haven't heard his voice. The main jail in Broward County holds 1,538 male inmates. most detainees are awaiting trial or sentencing and are serving terms of less than a year. Note, YNW Melly has been placed on administrative segregation, which is a classification resulting in an alternative living assignment for an inmate whose placement in the general population poses a serious threat to the safety of staff members, or to the safety of other inmates, or to the safety of life and property, whichever way you want to take that. In other words, he could be doing damage and harm to himself as well as others, to staff members, to the property that's in there, whatever. And in other words, he needs to be under constant supervision. And this is what they were fighting to get him released on bail for, which was recently denied as well. As far as his attorney, Miss Raven, being under investigation for witness tampering, I can only speculate. Maybe she reached out to somebody she should not have reached out to and tried to sway somebody in their direction, and it backfired. We will have to wait to hear what this witness tampering investigation is about. As far as YNW Melly goes now, though, there won't be any bail for him. I can see him going straight to trial, and I can see him actually blowing trial. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV / BrainFLoTv. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.